the US, where we already love things that are massive,
1%.
we also love our...
Hey guys, Loud Guys! Today we are going to watch what not to do in USA. 8 don'ts when visiting USA. So of course we all want to visit USA. We want to see like the things that we are watching on our reaction channel. We want to see it live. So now we have to see this video because we don't know, like if we do something and then we land up in jail and there like something happens to us. So no, of course, and also I've seen similar video, but I don't know, like this might be completely different and this might have other things that we should not do in USA.
But I don't know anything about that do's and don'ts, and we will watch this now.
Normally I think it should be the same that what we do in India, but let's see what is there in the video. So let's start the
Video.
Hey guys, France may be the top tourist destination in the world with almost 90 million tourists a year, but the US is not that far behind with around 77 million tourists a year.
Yes.
So it's safe to say there are a lot of non-Americans who will be visiting the land of cheeseburgers. So with the summer coming up, and as an American, which I feel like that pretty much makes me an expert on the subject, I thought it was a perfect time to do a what not to do video and give you some tips of things you should shy away from when visiting good old
America.
Don't forget to like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and of course leave your comments
Same
below.
here.
Little spoiler alert, I had so many tips that I will absolutely do a part 2 at some point. So if you think there's something major I left out of this video, don't hesitate to leave it below so that I make sure it gets into the second one. Alright, let's go. Most people don't like
Personal
strangers
space.
getting too close to them, which seems kind of logical. It creeps out everybody. However, in the US, where we already love things that are massive,
1%.
we also love our massive personal space bubble. So everyone has, a space that feels personal to them, but scientists have proven that in the US, we not only have a space that is much larger compared to our counterparts in France and Western Europe, but also Americans have a very low tolerance for people in...
I get her thing, but scientists have proven, I don't think scientists work on these things.
Scientists are so jobless that they are working on this.
Personal space. I feel scientists might work on, not scientists, but people might have surveyed these things that, how much people like personal space a lot, but scientists?
But I've heard about this, that Americans are like, that culture compared to India, they are like so, private. And they need that much personal space.
Like a touch me not plant.
We don't even know who's living next to our door. Maybe this much.
Invading that space. So don't start off your vacation with an expensive trip to the hospital because you unknowingly stood too close to somebody on an empty subway. Just take my advice, and any randos that you might meet along the way, be standing next to in line, just keep a 1 meter distance and you'll be fine.
No.
Guys, don't insult the US. It is
Criticizing
so not
the
worth
USA.
it. Even the Americans who understand where you're
Americans
coming from
do that.
are going to be super
So much.
patriotic. We're just a much more patriotic population than France, and we don't have the same debate culture. So you're not really going to come off as like funny and witty. Most people are just going to think you're a total arse. And if you make the mistake of doing it like in a bar, when people are tipsy, in the South, like Texas, don't say I didn't warn you. It's not going to go over well. So just stay away from that
I have
subject.
seen American
It's a bit
people
like
criticize
the
more
family.
about
Like,
America.
I can criticize my family, but I don't want to hear you criticizing them. That's kind of US in a general nutshell, so just stay away.
Okay.
All right, all you lovers heading
Public
to the
display-
US on vacation,
What?
please keep your
What is
tongues
this?
to yourself.
Like kissing in
in France,
public
you'll
and doing all
often
this
see
shit.
people
saying
smooching,
all the
couples laying
opposite
on the
things or what?
grass, rolling around together, putting on lots of public displays of affection.
In India, PDA is not allowed. Public display of affection is not allowed. It is not allowed, but yes, you might even go to jail. Police might come to you and these kind of things, and people frown upon. But what people in India say, this is not America that you are doing
this.
this.
Is not America. We literally give example of America, but I have seen.
And now she's saying in America we can't do
Can't
this.
do
Then where can you do this?
I think France.
In Europe, I think so you
Uh-huh.
can do it, but still, I think in America also we can do it. I've seen many American videos, vlogs, people do it.
People kiss, people hug, people just spend time together.
So I don't know why is she saying that. She's saying many opposite things. Do let us know in the comments, are these real or not?
For anybody who happens to walk by and see, that's really not the case in the US. We are so prude. And I know, we love violence and guns. However, we find it weird to talk about sex. I think it's kind of bizarre, but
Is
it
it
is
weird?
the truth. So just
It's
kind of
not.
tone down
No,
the
she's
public
talking about
displays of
India.
affection that
We
you're
have
used to in
learned
France.
from the
We're
US
totally
about
okay
these
with
things.
hand holding, like closed mouth kissing here and there, a little butt grab, you can do the cheeky butt grab and it's okay. But save the rest for the hotel
Is she
room.
talking about
I mean,
Saudi
no one's
Arabia?
gonna arrest you if all your clothes are on, but you're gonna get a lot of like parents glaring at you while they cover their kids' eyes, or old ladies on the bench giving you the side eye. So,
Oh.
just tone it down. You'll be
She's
fine.
saying more than
It's actually
kissing.
illegal in Washington State
Cutting
to
the line.
skip the line, to cut the
That
line
is
in
not
front of
good.
everyone
Like, if you are
to
in a
grab
line,
the ferry. You get fined
skip the
for
line.
it. I know in France you're more about bending the rules and interpreting things as you see fit and kind of saying like, okay, I'm running late, it's not a big deal, I'll piss everyone off, but who cares?
Oh.
That just doesn't fly in the US. We generally tend to be a population that follow the rules, and we take it pretty offensive if you break the rules, especially when it impacts us. So I would just recommend when you see a line, just get in the back of the line and kindly wait your turn.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Basically,
I
you
think
need
you risk to
patience.
have some pretty aggressive arguments with the people that you're cutting in front of. US does not mess
In
around.
India also this is much followed, but Indian aunties do not follow it.
No, never.
They will just
never.
come to you and they're like, Beta,
Beta,
I am
please
going very
let
late.
me
Haan,
go.
beta,
I
see.
cannot just walk. I cannot just stand.
My knees, my
Knees,
head, they will just
I'm
make
very
out
old.
reasons, yes, and they will just skip
And
the
they'll
line.
be like, oh, okay, you can go.
Yes. Other than that, normally people follow the line, or there could be some rude uncles that might say other things, but normally we follow.
Even we used to protect the space for our people. If I am, going for a burger and there's a line, then my friend will be telling me that just wait here and I'll be, joining you.
And also like in India, there could be also thing that if there could be no line at all, that is the most thing that you will find. There will be no line. There will be just chaos.
Chaos.
If there is a line, then people follow it.
I have also seen like 2 to 3 lines out of one line.
Like somebody is getting from here, then they are fighting. That chaos is just India.
I just enjoy that chaos, to be honest.
When it comes to IDs, you'll see signs everywhere that say, we card if you look under 65, which pretty much means if you don't look like someone's grandparent, they're gonna ask you for ID when you buy alcohol, when you're getting cigarettes, if you wanna go into a club. Extra tip, if you're buying alcohol, for example, and you bring a friend with, even if they're not paying or grabbing the alcohol, the cashier can still ask for their ID as well. And if they can't prove they're of age, they won't sell to you. So honestly,
Not my
when
problem.
you leave the house, no matter what you're doing, just make sure that like your entire crew and the dog has an ID.
Even dog?
Public transportation in the US, like
Dog has an ID?
Dogs have
is
IDs.
an absolute joke. Like seriously nothing compared to what you have in France and in Europe.
Average waiting time 1 hour.
Check out the Netflix comedy skit that I put in the description below. It's mind-blowing, and it explains why public transportation, or at least some of the reasons why public transportation is so terrible in the US. And shocker, it's mainly related to rich old white men wanting to make more money. But anyways, if you aren't in cities like Washington, D.C., Seattle, Boston, Chicago, New York, San Fran, honestly, it's just not worth it. You shouldn't depend on public transportation. Just rent a car. Most Americans drive anyway, so it'll be like the real American experience. If you do decide to rent that car, please
drivers.
brush up on the rules of the road in the US. It is not quite the same as in France. We don't have the same priority to the right. Sometimes the stoplights are after the intersection instead of before the intersection. Just you might end up in an accident if you don't, or pissing someone off who has major road rage. Also, I would not recommend engaging in road rage. US
course
drivers can
not.
be really aggressive. It's not worth it, especially not when you're on vacation trying to have a good
Especially they have
time.
guns.
So stay safe, stay calm, keep these fingers down, and
do
Watch
this
out if you're in Miami
Indian way.
because they are known for being the most aggressive drivers in the US.
Miami.
Finally, don't expect to sit at a restaurant for hours in the same way that you could in France, especially if you're not ordering food. I know you can, have a 3-hour lunch in France, or you can order an espresso and sit in a cafe for 3 hours without ordering anything else,
yes.
but it's not necessarily the same in the US. Any dinner at a restaurant over an hour long is considered long for Americans. In the US, it's all about churning tables, and they want you in that restaurant to eat, and they want to get you out as quickly as they can.
So if we compare it with India, in India also restaurant and dining, these places have the same thing.
Same thing.
You don't sit there and not order.
But waiter used to come for many times to ask the order. If we are not,
not ordering, then they will say like, can I bring the bill, please?
Now what?
Like he will do that. But in like cafes like Starbucks and all these things, they are known for these things. Like you can just sit there for how long do you want. So there are places different. It is not like even in cafe you cannot sit.
Even I saw one video in that boy was experimenting on Starbucks that I'm going to spend a whole day in Starbucks and let's just see they are just taking me out or not.
And did he do it?
No.
So they took him out?
No. They didn't.
They didn't took him out.
No.
So see, that's what I'm talking about. They don't do it.
We can just sit and enjoy there.
Feel free to stay if you're ordering more food and more drinks, but as soon as that slows down, the waitress will politely bring you your bill and expect to get her tip and get paid and get you out of there.
So these were things, there were some things that was shocking, and there were some things that I could relate to it. Like in India, we say that, okay, we also follow the line. If there is a line, we follow the line. And also we also do not, like, if in India you cut the line, then there will be some very weird uncles and will be like, oi, what are you doing?
You can't do this.
They will shout at you and there will be things like that. But yes, as far as a public display of affection is concerned, I never thought that was a case in America. I thought in America you could do that.
Also, we being Indians, we are also very aggressive drivers. Especially I am too. If I'm driving and doing something, someone is doing that, I am shouting.
Yes.
What about you?
Constantly your people, I am in my car shouting, and then there's things happening.
We don't honk the horn. Our mouth is enough.
No, but even India is known for horns. Like what we do, pee, 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 pee. We continue to do that, and then there is a fight going on. In India, if you just go by 4 or 5 roads, you will see one or the other fight going on. That's how casual it is for us. But yes, if we go to America, we won't do the same.
No,
because they have guns. They're like,
we'll follow the rules.
The amount of shooting videos that come out from America, you never do that in America, of course.
True.
Yeah. So, what do you guys feel about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So, do like, share, and
subscribe. Bye.